Welcome back to What You Missed, a video game news show where I discuss articles that occurred within days to a week ago that you may have missed that are important to the video game industry and possibly to you. Before I start the video, I just want to let you know about the most recent box 1UP box sent to me. It's filled with a bunch of goodies, really nice stuff. So if you guys see something you like, make sure to check the link down in the description below for a discount. I get a kickback, you get some cool stuff, everyone wins. 1UP box. So I wanted to detail and talk about why Far Cry 5 shouldn't really be that offensive or scary to Christians, non-Christians, Republicans, or anyone who's actually offended by the cover art or the art that we got. Far Cry 5 is basically a game that is set in backwoodsy America with a bunch of rednecks who portray an extremist vision of America, and instead of being something like Far Cry 4 or 3 where it's set on an island and you have a very charismatic boss, a final boss kind of guy who's insane and wants to revolutionize the world. This is happening in a kind of dystopian, weird way America had turned out. There are gameplay and trailers that can be shown to show you exactly what I'm speaking of, and I don't have every bit of information because the game's not out, which is why I have to apologize for the lack of content within the video. I can't show the trailer, I can't show gameplay. It's all copyright claimed by Ubisoft. There's copyright bots who will strike down videos for re-uploads, depending on who you are. With that being said, I also want to apologize for my voice because I'm suffering from very, very serious allergies, colds, things like that. Now, I wanted to focus on two things. I'm training to become a religious minister of sorts. I'm going to college and I'm trying to learn Christian theology myself, more so than someone in the middle of America saying, oh, God talked to me and I was called, and I want actual accreditation behind me. And it's great if you do have God, and it's great if you really were anointed, but let's face it, people lie and they lie a lot. But I won't make that judgment against anyone. I'm just saying I would rather have accreditation myself than not. With that said, I'd like to say that even though I'm not exactly a fan of this game and the art style already, it's not highly offensive to me. It doesn't look good. I'm not appreciating it, but with that caveat, you have to understand that it's still a video game. And if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. It's a Far Cry game. Are you shocked at what's going to happen in the game? There's going to be two conflicting extremist sides. You're going to pick either the good side or the bad side. You're going to go and take a base or activate a radio tower, and that's all there's going to be to the gameplay. And I'm very, very sorry if you were expecting something else, but Ubisoft likes to recycle games. Remember Assassin's Creed? How many times did they recycle that before they started holding off making those? Look, man, it's a serious thing. Companies do this stuff, and Far Cry 5 is going to be no different. It will probably be just like Far Cry 4 or Far Cry 3, just polished up a lot more. The point is, you shouldn't be upset at this game, not only for the fact that it maybe downplays religious views, maybe it shows Christianity in a bad light, maybe it shows Catholicism in a bad light. Who knows what the entire game is going to be based around fully, other than what we've seen from gameplay and trailers. But the point is, it's still a video game. In what world can you jump off of a radio tower and have very little health left without breaking and shattering your femur bones and being in a wheelchair your entire life? Far Cry, you can do that stuff. In what world can you be shot and just lose a little bit of health? Far Cry, you can do that. In what world can you carry around thousands of rounds of ammo and sprint as fast as you possibly can? Far Cry, you can do that. You see what I'm saying here? This is a video game, is a video game, is a video game. And if you are religious or even not religious, you should be adult enough to play video games to where they don't affect you in the way to where you're influenced. Otherwise, you are affirming what Anita Sarkeesian had said, that all media affects us, whether we want to believe it or not. And I don't think you guys want to affirm what Anita Sarkeesian was saying. So if you're adult enough to play a video game and not have it affect you, then good, this one will be no different than something like Grand Theft Auto. You're not a black man in a
hood coming up from San Francisco, California. You're not stuck in the ghetto being oppressed as a Russian immigrant, okay? It's just a different style of game. So to say the least, would it be acceptable if you are a white guy in the ghetto blasting black people? Would that not be so offensive to you? You know, would the next Grand Theft Auto not be so offensive, but yet this one is? It's interesting to see how people react. Both sides have extremists, and when the extremists become the norms, you start to see how crazy the world gets. But the fact remains, it's still a video game, and you shouldn't be upset, because in what connotation in real life can you survive these things, like bullets, like drowning? You know, this is next to impossible stuff. So if you can't separate reality from the video game, then I'm sorry. With that said, I just felt like making a video on this. I might make one on my side channel, Dr.Freedom, and look at it from a religious perspective, but here I don't really delve too deeply in religion because it's video games that I cover here, and so I don't even mention it unless it comes up in an actual article, which in this case it did. With that said, I hope you guys have a great day. I've been your host, Protomario. I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and thanks for watching.